When you know what your hair likes and you know how to keep it moisturized for extended periods of time, that's when being natural becomes easy. Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for watching, and if you're already been here, it's good to see you again. So today I want to talk about 5 tips that I have for moisture retention. Something that I see a lot of the time is a lot of naturals that don't know how to keep moisture in their hair for long periods of time, especially in the winter time when your hair is a lot more dry, the elements are colder, your hair loses moisture faster. So this is a good time to really pack in the moisture so that we can have the best, healthiest hair possible all the time. Tip number 1 I have, as pretty sure all naturals have heard before, is water. Water is the number 1 way to put moisture in your hair because it is the ultimate moisturizer. It is the one thing that penetrates your hair with no problem and completely moisturizes your hair. What we want to do is we want to keep that water inside of your hair for a longer period of time so that the hair stays moisturized. All of the other tips behind water are tips that are going to help you keep that water in your hair shaft. So what we want to do to keep the water in the hair shaft is tip number 2, which is to make sure that during your wash process or your remoisturization process is that you're opening your cuticle on your hair shaft to allow the moisture to get in. So some ways we do that is like when you're shampooing your hair, you wash with warm water. Washing with warm water encourages the cuticle to lift. When the cuticle lifts, the water can go into the hair shaft. That way your hair can retain more moisture. Now for me, how I do that is with a great deep conditioner. Deep conditioners that I've been loving. We can start with this one that I featured in my previous video for my wash and go, which I will link in the cards for you if you would like to check that out. Previous video for the wash and go, this being that particular deep conditioner being for protein. So it moisturizes and it gives my hair protein. This particular deep conditioner, I reach for this one when I am really trying to pack on the moisture because my hair is just dry, it's just brittle, it's just breaking, and I'm trying to prevent all of those things from happening. Also, it's good in the winter time. Like now, it's good because it helps keep that moisture in the hair. So when you're outside and you got your hair out and you're feeling good, you know, you don't want to, you know, pull your hair and then you pulling strands out. Like it's not cute, sis. Now the process of how I do these things are a little different. I deep condition before I shampoo. So deep conditioning before I shampoo just kind of puts oils onto the hair so we can already get the hair ready with some moisture, some lubricant sitting there. So when I go and shampoo my hair, I am not completely stripping it. And then when I put the warm water onto my hair, some of the oil is going to slide off. That's just what happens, but some of it is also going to go inside of the hair shaft. So that's what I want. So the oil is going in, the water is going in, and so now we have some nice, plump, juicy strands of hair. That's what we're looking for. That's why people say to Also, seal your hair when you finish shampooing with warm water, with cool water, to close that shaft back off so that the moisture that you've put in there can stay in there. But when you close the cuticle on the hair shaft, it doesn't close completely shut all the way like this, so it's lifted a little bit like that. So there's still potential for the water that you've put into the hair shaft to escape. So now it comes to a point where you have to build a barrier on your hair shaft to prevent that excess water from escaping your hair. The fourth tip, the next thing that we want is we want to continue to build the barrier that we have already been building, and we're going to lock in more as much of that water as we possibly can. So the next way we do that is with butters and oils. So for building that barrier around my hair and using butters and oils, I like to reach for shea butter. Then I also like to use coconut oil. So I'm sure you've heard of methods, the LOC method, the LCO method, and plenty of other methods that are out there to help you get that moisture in your hair. Those steps are there to help you build a barrier around your hair shaft, so it takes a longer time for the water to escape your hair. And that's how a lot of naturals keep their hair moisturized for 3 days, 5 days, some even 7 days. I have personally kept my hair moisturized for a total of 7 days, and I'm extremely proud of myself for that. 7 days, so up to 7 days of moisture, which is good because it prevents you from having to manipulate your hair so much and keep remoisturizing. So if I could keep my hair moisturized for 7 days, then that's a week, and then boom, I'm back to the beginning of my wash routine. And it just helps keep the process going, and it's a lot easier because it's less work and less things that you have to do with your hair. When you know what your hair likes and you know how to keep it moisturized for extended periods of time, that's when being natural becomes easy. Do you hear me, guys? Being natural can be easy. So then tip number 5 I have clay. If you haven't tried a clay mask on your hair, I feel like every natural should give it one try. Just one try. 2, just to say you really did try, because the first time might not work out, second time, so 2 times, good try, give it up, try it out and see how you like it on your hair. For me personally, I feel as though clay masks are the way to go. The clay deposits into your hair, it fills any gaps, it helps with breakage, it clarifies, like itchy scalp, all of those things. Like, it got rid of a bunch of symptoms for me personally. So I mean, clay, holy grail. I use clay almost every week. I try not to use it like all the time, even though I know there are naturals that do use it, more Ayurvedic naturals. I still like using some shampoos that offer other benefits as well, that also provide those moisturizing components. So yeah, there we go. 5 tips for keeping healthy, moisturized hair. We want to stay away from coated hair that feels greasy, and we want to actually put the moisture inside the hair. So thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far into the video, then you might as well go ahead, hit that subscribe button, because It's free, so why not? And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.